we as well women are constantly searching for that way that we can give ourselves what we need, right? We can stand in our power and give ourselves what we need. And if it's love or external validation, or we can turn that around and really start giving ourselves what we need.
Welcome to the Well Woman Show, where motivated women achieve fulfillment and well-being.
You're listening to the Well Woman Show.
You're listening to the Well Woman Show.
You're going to be in for a good ride.
I'm a woman. I would prefer to tell my own story. My story, though it's very personal, is universal.
You're listening to the Well Woman Show. And now your host, Giovanna Rossi.
Hi, Giovanna Rossi here, and welcome to another episode of The Well Woman Show, where I interview women leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs about their lives and their road to becoming and being who they are today. Are you at the top of your game professionally, but feeling burned out, or finding it hard to focus on your goals, or unfulfilled personally? Or are you in transition, simply juggling so many things you find it hard to take care of your own needs? Well, you're not alone. We all need to activate the 4 universal superpowers. These are the internal strengths and abilities we all already have, but don't use all the time. Superpowers can be cultivated, and they include awareness, intuition, action, and acceptance. Toward the end of the show, in a segment called Superpowers for Success, I ask my guest about her superpowers, and the answers will give you the strength, perspective, and power to live a well woman life. I'm so happy you're here, so thanks for tuning in.
Hello, well women. If you're new to the show, welcome. I'm Giovanna Rossi, and we have a treat for you today. And if you're returning to the show, welcome back. Love to have you back. If you have not gone over to iTunes and left your rate and review, I would love for you to do that. I'll be sharing some of the reviews on future episodes, and so I'd love to include yours. We have some wonderful reviews over there, so go over and read them and leave yours. I am going to share with you today, since if you're listening to this as it publishes in February, it is the month of love, and my focus for the month of love is not on external love and seeking and finding and hunting. It's on giving ourselves the love we seek. And I did a Facebook Live post about this, and I'm going to play it for you here on the podcast today. And basically, it's the well woman take on Valentine's Day and just all of that hype about having the perfect Valentine, finding the perfect love, having the perfect dates, having, just all of this that we are... that's kind of put in our heads from society, from the media. And so on the Well Woman Show, we're reclaiming our own love. And we're saying, instead of, relying on someone else to love me, I'm going to love myself. And when we practice self-love and self-compassion and self-care, we end up being joyful and happier, and also attracting relationships because of that. So this is a short podcast this week because I'm just going to play this this Facebook Live post that I recorded for Valentine's Day, and then we'll be back next week with a real treat, an interview with Zore from, she's a yoga teacher, but she's a businesswoman, and she has built her career in this country, in the United States, after being raised in Iran. And she's just got a fantastic story. And I'm going to share that with you next week on the podcast. So I hope you enjoy, and come on over into the Facebook group and share your thoughts on this podcast today. You can go to wellwomanlife.com/Facebook to join that conversation.
Hello, well women. It's Giovanna Rossi here. And Before I get started, I just wanted to come inside the group here and post for you a little Valentine's Day message. And that is to really give yourself the love you seek. So give me a hello if you're on and listening. And I've been running around all day in meetings and stuff, so I just wanted to sit down with you real briefly here. Trying to get in the good lighting. I don't know which way it's going to work, but anyway, many of you are either celebrating Valentine's Day or thinking about it because it's everywhere, right? Let's be honest. And some of us, don't really get into it. It's sort of a Hallmark holiday for a lot of people, and it's like, what's the point? And for other people, it's really fun. It's, a celebration of the people that you love. But sometimes there's a lot of pressure with Valentine's Day, and we tend to get pulled into the pressure of it all and, wanting the perfect Valentine's experience or wanting our partner to do or say or give the perfect thing that will make us feel loved. And you know what I'm going to say to that, right? We don't need that because we can love ourselves. And sure, it's nice to get gifts and flowers and messages and whatever, but we don't need that. I mean, that's just like extra, maybe if it's, if it's there. But what we really need is to give ourselves that love that we seek. And so rather than hunting and searching and out there looking for that validation, for that acceptance, for that love, we can just say, forget that. I'm going to love myself, and I can give myself the love I need. So what does that look like? That can be, saying, I'm going to stay home tonight and cook myself the most amazing dinner and indulge in a bubble bath and just really love being with me, right? And that can be just as satisfying as going through the whole rigmarole of trying to do a Valentine's event with your partner. And so I just want to remind all the well women listening that we, as well women, are constantly searching for that way that we can give ourselves what we need, right? We can stand in our power and give ourselves what we need. And if it's love or external validation or whatever, we can turn that around and really start giving ourselves what we need.
This episode of the Well Woman Show is brought to you by Collective Action Strategies, supporting organizations that support women and families, and by Well Woman Life Movement Challenge Quiz, your resource for living your best life. If you're in burnout or major transition, this is your time to figure out what's holding you back from making the changes you need to make in order to live your fullest, most joyful life. The cause of all of our challenges, personal or professional, can actually be rooted in the lack of internal superpowers and or external supports. Our Well Woman Life framework tells you which stage of the Well Woman life cycle you're in and what to do about it so you can truly live your best life. You can find out more at wellwomanlife.com/quiz. I'm so thankful for support from Natural Awakenings Magazine in New Mexico, a monthly green, healthy lifestyle publication, and for support from High Desert Yoga, promoting optimum physical health, clarity of mind, and spiritual inspiration for all.
So I encourage you to think that through, and I want to leave you with the 4 S's. If we haven't gone over this recently,
And it's super helpful on days like this when you may be just overwhelmed with the amount of Valentine's messages in the media, on Facebook, everywhere at work, and you are kind of done with it. You're kind of over it. And so the 4 S's are really to help you stand in your power and find the love that you seek for yourself. And so the first S is to stop saying sorry. So that is not using apologetic language and instead saying what we mean and really holding our power and speaking from an affirmative, positive, strong center instead of an apologetic, oh, I'm sorry, am I in your way? No, we're here to take up space. We're here to do the things that we're here to do in the world. And that starts with stopping saying sorry. The second one is to start saying no. So that means setting boundaries, not saying yes to everything. I talk about this a lot. And the third one is self-care, whatever that means for you. It doesn't have to be a fancy dinner or a manicure every week. It can literally be making a really nice, beautiful cup of tea and sitting with your book and just having that time for yourself. That's self-care. And a lot of times we need to say no. We need to learn how to say no in order to get to the self-care, right? And then number 4 is to be a little selfish. And so we're reclaiming the word selfish, and we're not looking at it as a negative. We're saying, in order for me to be my best self out in the world and do the things that I know I'm here to do, I need to be a little selfish. And so, again, for all of you watching now or who may watch later, who are kind of overwhelmed with all of the Valentine's messaging that we hear in the media and just everywhere at work, I want you to remember that really the well woman journey is literally to stop seeking that external validation, that external love, and really give yourself the love that you seek. So that's the message for today for you. I love all of you wonderful women, and I hope to see you soon at Well Woman Drinks, which is February 20th. You can join in person if you're in Albuquerque, or you can join online. Just go to wellwomanlife.com/events to register. You do need to register to attend. It's free, but you do need to register. So if you have any feedback about the message for today or about the 4 S's, oh, awesome, Jennifer. Hello. I love that. Love letter to your memoir. That's awesome. So that's right in line with what we're talking about here today, which is to give yourself the love you seek. So buy yourself those flowers. Don't wait for someone else to buy them for you. Even if someone else does buy you flowers, go and buy your own flowers, we can do those things for ourselves, and we can buy a, beautiful, I don't know what, at the grocery store and go home and cook a beautiful dinner for ourselves, run a bubble bath, just whatever it is, or just keep it simple, make a cup of tea and read a book in your favorite chair. And so there are all of these ways that we can stand in our own power. The 4 S's that I just shared are part of that. And those are, for a quick review, those are stopping saying sorry, it's starting to say no, and practicing self-care and reclaiming the word selfish. So that's the 4 S's that all relate to really giving ourselves that love that we seek. And once you discover that you can do that, it's so empowering. And it's like, you don't need to waste your time and energy wondering and feeling bad about all of the expectations that are put on us on a Hallmark day like today.
So not to say that it can't be fun. It can be an awesome day. And for those of you who are celebrating some kind of Valentine's celebration, have at it. Have a great time. I know I'm going to be celebrating with my kids later tonight when they get home. And we'll have a good time. But just a reminder for everyone listening, all of you on your Well Woman journey, hi, Renee, to really remember that we can give ourselves the love that we seek. And when we do that, we can be who we really need to be in the world. Whether we are, parenting or taking care of older relatives or running a business or running for office or holding public office, there are so many things that we need to do in the world. I truly believe that we're all here to really make an impact in our communities and on the world. And we can't do that if we don't really tackle some of these issues and some of this that's really put on us by these holidays. And so again, reclaiming and giving ourselves that love that we seek. And then the 4 S's, stopping saying sorry, starting to say no, practicing self-care, and reclaiming the word selfish. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you all at Well Woman Drinks, February 20th. Go to wellwomanlife.com/events to register. You can join in person or online this time. Online starts a little later after the in-person folks gather. And we'll be I'll be walking everybody through a process of reflecting, releasing, celebrating, and creating for 2019. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Love you all.
That's it for our show today. Remember, if you need support to live your Well Woman life, head over to wellwomanlife.com/Facebook to join us. Our monthly live event, Well Woman Drinks, brings women together to share our successes and challenges as women, leaders, moms, aunts, sisters, and all the other roles we carry. If you'd like to attend a Well Woman Drinks near you, or if there isn't one in your city yet and you'd like to start one, email info@wellwomanlife.com. If you enjoyed the show, please take a moment and subscribe in iTunes and leave a review. This helps raise visibility, which is super helpful when it comes to producing the show every week. For feedback, comments, or just to let me know you were listening today, find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @WellWomanLife. I'm Giovanna Rossi for The Well Woman Show. Until next time, have a super powerful week.